Nothing you're seeing right now actually has to exist the way you think it does. The walls, your body, the feeling that time is moving forward, none of it reaches you directly. Your brain doesn't see the outside world. It receives meaningless electrical signals. And what you call reality may be a simulation built from those signals. Physics tells us this. At the most fundamental level, the universe is not solid, not continuous, not even fully formed. Reality becomes definite only when observed. So here's the real question. Are we inside the universe? Or is the universe inside the mind? Maybe the problem isn't whether reality is real. Maybe the problem is this: what is generating it? Our relationship with reality is far stranger than we're taught to believe. Because we don't experience the world as it actually is, the brain takes incoming information and turns it into a coherent story. And that story feels so convincing that we forget it's an interpretation. Think about it. The colors you see when you open your eyes don't exist in the universe itself. Outside your mind, there are only electromagnetic waves. Color is how your brain interprets them. The same goes for sound. Out there are only pressure waves in the air. No music, no noise, no silence. Even solidity doesn't exist the way it feels. So you're not perceiving the world directly. You're experiencing a simulation of it. At first, this idea feels unsettling. But science has been pushing us in this direction for a long time. When modern physics looks at matter, it finds that what we call solid is almost entirely empty space. Inside atoms, there are no tiny hard objects. There are probabilities, fields, mathematical relationships. Albert Einstein repeatedly emphasized that reality is not a fully formed structure independent of the observer. Even time, according to him, is not absolute. The flow of time depends on who is observing it. Your now is not a universal moment for the universe itself. And it gets even stranger. When quantum physics enters the picture, reality becomes deeply unstable. A particle does not have a definite position or state until it is observed. Before measurement, it exists as multiple possibilities at once. Only when someone looks does it become something specific. This is where Niels Bohr's famous idea becomes unavoidable. Without observation, nothing in the quantum world can be said to be real. So what does that mean? It means that at the most fundamental level, the universe doesn't exist as a finished scene waiting in the background. It exists as potential, as probability. And that potential becomes reality through observation. Pause here and ask yourself, if the universe becomes definite only when observed, how important is the observer? This is where physics quietly merges with philosophy, because an observer cannot be separated from consciousness. No consciousness, no observation. No observation, no defined reality, at least at the deepest level we can measure. This has led some scientists and philosophers to a radical possibility. Perhaps the foundation of the universe is not matter, but information. Reality may function less like a physical object and more like processed data. Just like the images on a computer screen are real experiences, even though they're ultimately